Well, let's talk about sort of the explosion of publicity, notoriety, as I mentioned in introducing you, you and the organization have been everywhere, have appeared everywhere. Let's talk about sort of some seminal moments. You have a former president who is your unofficial and unpaid pitch person, Bill Clinton. He found you, I assume, right, through CGI, was it?
Yeah, it's so funny. I'm like, yeah, I guess that's right. Yeah, we did not seek him out. He proactively sort of reached out to us.
And he included you in his book on giving, and that's sort of what was being discussed on Oprah.
Yep.
So tell us about when you go on Oprah Winfrey, and Oprah gives you her blessing on air like that. What happens to Kiva's website? What happens to the borrowers?
Shuts down for 5 days because we didn't have good servers. We knew that was coming, and it's funny because if we actually priced it out. We're like, so what would it take to absorb the impact of Oprah? And it wasn't worth. We were like, we can't afford this. So we kind of knew it was coming. We put up a really nice splash page that said, hey, thanks for seeing us on Oprah. Thanks for coming to the site. You can't lend right now, but if you want to donate, we'll redirect you. You can just donate to help us find new servers, and we'll hopefully be better at this next time. And we were. It was on. I think we were on Oprah again in the last like 3-4 months with Groupon. Did anyone see that one? I didn't see it, but so I hear. So yeah, it changed everything. So what's funny about the growth that comes from and came from a lot of big press hits is that you have kind of business as usual, ups and downs, smaller press things and people spreading the word and actually organic growth, viral growth. And then you have a press hit, and often what will happen is it'll cause this spike, and if you're lucky and if it's the right community and if it was the right exposure, you'll have sort of a new normal, like you'll get up to a new level thanks to the spike. But it's weird to handle all of those, and so therefore many times we would run out of loans on the site, which is a strange problem for a nonprofit to have. But when things would get bumped up all of a sudden because of Oprah, or because sometimes things would happen that we weren't expecting or didn't know about, like former President Clinton mentioning it on an interview. Again, we're so thankful for it. We certainly didn't coordinate it or reach out and say, hey, can you say this when you're interviewing with so-and-so today? But he would mention it, and we'd have this crazy traffic that we often couldn't plan or keep up with. So it's one kind of growth, and it's one kind of way to drive traffic. But it's an interesting sort of chart when you look at it versus word of mouth, things that you can have a little bit more control over, especially through the design of your product, more viral growth, right, where people spread the word one at a time to their friends and their friends of friends and that sort of thing.